Hello, I like to make today a very interesting chocolate cake recipe. This chocolate cake does not require eggs, so if someone is allergic to eggs, this would be good recipe as well. It's extremely easy to make, and I hope it will be great result because I make it first time. I'm always looking for recipes which is does not take much time but get a great taste and the great result from it, because sometimes you spend hours on kitchen and seems you can get great recipe but it does not seem appreciated by members of your family, and I sometimes have a go and try very difficult recipe which is require many hours to prepare, and on end they just say, oh, that's okay, so it's kind of just a tasty, but that's okay, and they ask me just to make it a recipe which is I made it yesterday, which is it took me about 5 minutes to prepare. So I just think that it's great when you find that recipe which is very easy to make and we get nice and extremely yummy sort of delicious result. So for this recipe, first of all, we need preheat our oven to 180 degrees, which is 300 Fahrenheit, and line the 20 centimeter spring baking pan with non-stick baking paper. So we don't want to cut it really, because this the cake batter we understood from the recipe, it's a little bit not as thick, so we don't want that it's went through any holes of a spring baking pan. So take about sort of 25-30 centimeter of the baking paper and just fit it straight in without actually cutting. Just press it in. It doesn't matter if it doesn't get tiny bit. As you can see, that's what pressed in everywhere. It's nice and straight. Still, it doesn't matter if it's a little bit crinkle on the sides, because we will cover it with the cocoa butter later. But if you do have it, say for example, whole thin, like it's a 20 centimeter tall baking pan, you can use this as well. So that's done. For the ingredients, we need to sift all dry ingredients in one bowl. So we sift 1.5 cups of a plain flour, 1/3 cup of baking cocoa, and 1 teaspoon of baking powder, 1 teaspoon of bicarbonate of soda, half a teaspoon of salt, and 1 cup of caster sugar. Once we sift all together, what we do is we make in 3 evenly distribute sort of like a holes, which is, as you can see, we just make them right now here. And what we do is we will place the 1.5 teaspoon of vanilla essence in one hole. Then we place 1 tablespoon of white vinegar and 1/3 of cup of light, extra light olive oil in the third one. So once it's all done, next step is to add 1 cup of warm water. So this is warm water, 1 cup, it goes in. So now we is mixing all together. Recipe which is I find this it's actually called wacky chocolate cake. It must be, it's a very unusual recipe. So once we mix it all together, we just stir until it's all nicely combined, and what we do is we will place in basically in our prepared baking pan, and see, as you can see, it's quite sort of liquidy. That's why we do need make sure our baking paper is not pierced anywhere. We just place one entire piece. Once we place in our baking pan, so what we do is next we will place in our preheated oven for about 45 to 50 minutes. Of course, it depends from your oven. And what we do is we test it with the cake tester or skewer, and when it comes out clean, it's done. So once it's done, take from your pan, baking pan, and let it cool. And we will start prepare cocoa butter icing. By the time when cake is cooking, we prepare cocoa butter icing or chocolate frosting, or does not matter how much, does not matter how we call it, because in different countries call different names, but it means really something. So basically what we need for that is 250 grams of the butter at room temperature, and we need 3 cups of the icing sugar or powdered icing sugar, and the 1/4 cup of a dark cocoa. And we add 2 tablespoons of a cold milk. So what we do is with this mixture, we start beat it on low speed and slowly increasing, and until it's nice, smooth, and combined. Once you finish beating and combining, you don't really need much to beat to combine. It only takes like maybe a minute a maximum, and as you can see, you get great result, really nice and spreadable mixture of the chocolate frosting, and it smells great too. So what we do is we set our frosting aside and wait until our cake is baked and cooled completely. Then we can frost and a little bit decorating. Now our interesting kind of recipe chocolate cake is baked and cooled. So we spread our already prepared the chocolate frosting on top, and if you like, you can split it on half and put some chocolate frosting in between, but I just simply put chocolate frosting around cake. With the decoration, I think it's, if you're able to find fresh blueberries, they'd be great to put it on top of cake for freshness and also for beautiful color. But if we don't have it in season blueberries now, that's why what I done is I placed different sizes of large M&Ms and mini M&Ms, as well as a rainbow choc chip, which is I choose the blue ones as well. Of course, you can place different colors, because probably yellow or pink will go as well with the chocolate color frosting. Everything will be in a description box recipe. And thank you very much for your time with me today. I hope you like this sort of recipe, and I hope you do try. Thank you very much for your time with me today. Until next time, goodbye.